Today I'm going to be talking to you about the best neighborhoods in Glen Allen, Virginia. Make sure you stay tuned to the very last bit where I can show you my very favorite neighborhood. You're not going to want to miss it. So my very first favorite neighborhood in Glen Allen is Millstone. It's not one that everyone is real familiar with, but once you drive through it once or twice, you're like, I wish there were more houses in here, and you understand why a lot of people don't move. Great thing about it, very affordable, easy to find things in the $500,000 to $600,000s. All the homes were built in the 90s, but so all the lawns are really well established, trees are nice and big, and something that's really popular about this neighborhood that people really like is that it has nice, good sized yards, nothing too unmanageable, everything kind of more in that quarter acre and slightly above, nothing too crazy, and no HOA fees that you have to worry about. So another one of my favorite neighborhoods in Glen Allen is Gray Oaks. You can find things in the $700,000 to $800,000s. Everything was built in there in the mid-2000s, which is very interesting because usually I don't really gravitate towards that particular time frame of architecture. However, they really did style things very nicely over there. Good sized yards, and Millstone does have a pool. And there are a couple different subsections of it as well. Another one of my really favorite neighborhoods over there is Cross Creek. Again, high 800s to million price point. Things were built in the late 80s and 90s, and some things you'll find in Cross Creek are newer. The best thing about there is it is an awesome spot to be in the Glen Allen area, and for people that really want to have a larger lot, at least an acre if not more, which is almost unheard of in Glen Allen, particularly in any of the neighborhoods now. So it's something that is really attractive to my folks that are coming from areas that are used to having some acreage and are a little surprised by the Richmond, Virginia area, unless you're getting out into the more rural or country spots, tend to have smaller lots, and that's something that's a little hard. Well, you always want to save the best for last. My absolute favorite Glen Allen neighborhood is the quintessential planned unit development, and that would be Wyndham. The great thing about Wyndham is there is something for everyone. You still can find something in the 400s, but definitely anticipate that there are going to be some of the neighborhoods that are going to be well over $1 million. The majority of the homes in Wyndham were built in the late 90s, and this is definitely when I talk about in other videos about coming to the Richmond area. This is one spot that's very near and dear to my heart because my husband's aunt lived over there for quite some time, and it was always a treat for us to go over and visit her there, and the kids always loved going over there, and there was so much to do in Wyndham. I mean, you have everything. If you're looking for a community that is the personification of what you're looking for in a neighborhood, where you have all of the trails, you have all the ball fields, you have all the playgrounds, you have the country club that you can join separately, and the golf course that's kind of interwoven between, and then really broken up into little beautiful, cute little communities within a community. That is what Wyndham is, and it also is super cool because it is very convenient to the interstate, to 295 and to everything in the Short Pump area. So a great spot if you need to stay very easily accessible for commuting and just having a true community feel. And again, great schools. That is all relative to what's right for your children and what's right for your family. There are great schools everywhere throughout different communities. But the cool thing about Wyndham is I love that it gives you kind of the variety for a lot of people that want to maybe move in and start there and then continue to move up and stay in the community and not leave the community. Wyndham is a great one to do that. And they are still building in certain areas as well, which is really attractive to people that have maybe lived there for a long time and don't necessarily want to leave because it's such a great neighborhood, and they're like, hey, I've been needing to size up that. I want a more modern house. So it's a great thing too. So there you have it, all of my favorite communities in the Glen Allen area. Thanks so much for tuning in. See you next time, and remember, leave everything better. Once again, if this is your first time to our channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living in Richmond, Virginia, hit the like button, hit subscribe, and hit that bell too so you're notified every time we release a new video.